Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mincy Martinez Rivera. I am visiting assistant professor and the associate director of Latino Studies. And it's my great pleasure to present the award for faculty to Professor John McDowell. So it's my first day, yes. No, if you come, I'm gonna cry. Okay. So since my first day in the Department of Folklore and Ethnomusicology in the fall of 2004, so a long time ago, Dr. McDowell has been a strong and kind advisor and mentor. His support throughout the years has been key in my success, first as a graduate student and now as a professional in my field. Dr. McDowell's contributions to the development of Latino studies here at IU, and specifically in Latino folklore, has been instrumental in the field of folklore. As a student of Americo Paredes, Dr. McDowell has strived to follow in the footsteps of his mentor and to dispel negative stereotypes of Latinos and Latin Americans in the United States while expanding and questioning the discipline of folklore. Dr. McDowell's work among Chicano children in Austin, Texas in the early 1970s was groundbreaking, since his book, Children's Riddling, published in 1979 and then won the Chicago Folklore Book Prize, which in this book he compares oral narrative practices among Chicano and Anglo children in Austin. Nobody has actually conducted more research on Chicano children's folklore. At his arrival as a faculty member in the late 1970s, Dr. McDowell created a course, Chicano Folklore, as part of the Chicano Riqueño program, a course that contributed to the flourishing of Latino Chicano folklore studies here at IU. With the transition of the Chicano Riqueño programs into Latino studies, the course was rebranded as Latino Folklore, and I have the pleasure of being teaching that course for the last 5 years. In addition to his early work among Chicano children, Dr. McDowell has also conducted extensive work in Colombia, Mexico, Ecuador, Cuba, and also Ghana. He has documented different indigenous languages from South America, such as Kamsa and Inga, as well as analyzed the rich corrido tradition in Mexico and also in the United States. As a mentor, Dr. McDowell is one of the most sought-after mentors in the Department of Folklore and Ethnomusicology. Most, if not all, minority and international students request Dr. McDowell as an advisor or member of their committees. This is not only because of his expertise and knowledge and an incredible array of topics and theoretical approaches, but because he also understands our needs and situations. While being firm and requiring us to do our best work, he can also sympathize with the realities of having to learn and write in a foreign language and in a foreign space. Therefore, he encourages us to find our voices and to strengthen our academic and professional skills. Moreover, Dr. McDowell and his family throughout the years have opened up their home to the many students and provide a welcoming and familial space where congregate, enjoy really good food, because Pat is an amazing cook, and really a great company. On a personal note, Dr. McDowell, Pat, Sophia and Gianni and Michael, who unfortunately could not be here, but they send actually tons of hugs and kisses, have become a family to me. My experience in Bloomington has been amazing, in large part because of their friendship, kindness, warmth, and amazing dinners. I kind of tried my hand a little bit in trying to write a corrido. So for those of you that don't speak English, it's awesome. It's the most amazing corrido ever. For those of you that know Spanish, I am really sorry. I'm not gonna sing, just in case. So this is more, let's say, like a romance. If you know the history of corrido, right? I'm not proposing or anything, just in case. So, Bloomington era la ciudad, Indiana el estado, donde el increíble John McDowell dejaría su legado. Armado con muchos libros, con pasión, firmeza y alegría, el intrépido John McDowell a muchos estudiantes entrenaría. Amigos, ahora aquí me despido, no por falta de historia, sino por falta de talento, que para contar las aventuras de McDowell se necesita mucho entendimiento. So, normally corridos are longer than this, not 3 verses, but, well, again, my talent was limited. So, in conclusion, throughout his career, Dr. McDowell has been an incredible mentor, an active scholar, and a champion of Latin American folklore, and also students here at IU. And it's my great pleasure and honor to be able to present and to represent the many students that cherish and appreciate everything that you have done for us. Muchas gracias.
Well, good evening, everybody. Buenas tardes. Let me first say that Mincy is the most amazing student I've ever had, because she sends emails that always say something like, I hope you're enjoying this beautiful sunny day. And it's like such a break from the usual kind of, crap, that that we have to put up with. So, and I also want to say that the poetry that you just produced is straight out of the Siglo de Oro. So nicely done, nicely done. I'm not going to talk very long. I just want to say a couple of things. First of all, I want to say that this award is really meaningful to me. I've told several people that I would rather have this than the Nobel Prize, although I wouldn't mind the money that comes with the Nobel Prize. But it's wonderful to be recognized by people who know you and have worked closely with you. This award really brings me, I feel like, kind of into a full circle, because when I was a young guy, straight out of college, I went into VISTA, Volunteers in Service to America, and I worked for 2 years. I worked in one year I worked up in Oregon. We were trying to settle migrant families, Chicano families, out of the migrant stream and get them settled down so their kids could go to school and so forth. And then the second year I went down to Corpus Christi in Texas, much closer to the heart of things down there. And we had to try to attack a kind of a political system there that was not very advantageous, shall we say, to the Chicanos in that area. So I started out being very idealistic and working in that. And then I met Americo Paredes, who Mincy mentioned. And Americo Paredes was a wonderful scholar from the border area, Brownsville, Matamoros area. And he showed that traditional forms of culture, traditional expressive forms, songs and poetry of the people, could be a very significant poetics of resistance, could be a way that people could manifest a different sense of history. And Americo Paredes got me into graduate school. I worked with him as a student. And I want to also mention another mentor that I had, which is Luis Davila. We lost Luis Davila very recently. Some of you, Carlos Bacota is here. Some of you knew Luis very well. Very inspirational leader. And when I arrived at IU as a brand new professor in, okay, I'll say it, 1975. It's before some of you here were born. It's okay. Luis Davila took me under his wing and really helped make this, kind of humanize this place for me. And this made a tremendous difference in my life. So then, over the years, I have been blessed by an amazing stream of fantastic Latino students, whether they're coming from Latin America or whether they're coming from U.S. Latino populations. I have found them very inspiring. They have pushed my work forward. I've always benefited and enjoyed working with them. And so I feel like I've been very fortunate to be here at IU and to have the kind of students. And Mincy is a wonderful example, and she stands for many, many others who have inspired me and kept me alive here as a scholar and teacher at Indiana University. And so I just want to close. I want to kind of invoke John Lennon here for a minute as I close. And you all know, imagine all the people living in harmony. But what I want to say is, imagine a Latino Studies department. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, thank you, thank you.